Welcome back. So this is the last session for today and you must be very tired. So I'll try to cover as quick as possible and I'll try to keep within 30 minutes, right? Okay, so in my previous session I talked about prefixes, right? So as one of the strategies for vocabulary acquisition of vocabulary. So I talked about active and passive vocabulary and how they are different, and I also discussed or shared with you some of the strategies, and Gedin Sargila had already discussed two of those strategies, and in my session I talked about how to use high frequency affixes. So affixes being, you can say, mainly two types: prefixes and suffixes. So I've already discussed about prefixes. See, the examples I have given you about prefixes are not the only one. See, there may be more than that, right? I just try to help you get an understanding of get an overview of how many different prefixes are there, okay, and what are the functions they do, right? What is their function, how they help in modifying a word, how they help in changing the meaning of a word, with some examples, right? So in this session I'll be discussing about suffixes. See, affixes, I told you, can be of two types: prefixes and suffixes. This part is already covered, right? Prefixes. So we'll be discussing suffixes. So suffixes are the words that occur or come at the end of, okay, that's attached to a base word at the end, right? Unlike prefixes. So just look at the slide. Okay, affixes we have already discussed, right? Half words that are attached to a base or root word to modify the meaning of the word. Okay, so prefixes and suffixes are types of affixes. Just to quickly help you get an idea, or just review what we have done in the second session. Okay, so affixes can be prefixes or suffixes. So since we have already covered prefixes, so we'll be discussing suffixes now. Suffixes are affixes that are added at the end of a word, okay, to change their meaning, function, or make a new word. So usually suffixes change the word form, okay, the class of the word. It changes the form of the word. So example, kind plus ness, kindness. See, ness is the suffix here, okay. So when you attach this suffix ness to the word kind, so what you will notice here is, see, kind, he is kind, she is kind. Kind here is adjective, right? So when you attach this suffix ness to the word kind, it becomes kindness, which is a noun. So what do you see? It changes an adjective into a noun. See, the word form is changed. The class of the word is also changed. So in the same way, what you will find in the second example is act is the word. This is the root word or the base word here, act, plus IVE. So here IVE is the suffix. So when we add IVE to the word act, this becomes active, which is adjective, active. She is a very active child. He is a very active child. Okay, he's a very active member of our group. Active, okay, active member, active child. So it qualifies the noun. So active is adjective. So what do you see here? Act is changed into active. That means the word act, which is a verb, right? The verb is changed into its adjective form. Okay, so here I just want you to look at the board. So I'm taking the same example here, right? What we discussed here was act plus IVE, right? What did we get? So this word act is a verb, isn't it? This word is a verb. So when we add this suffix IVE, okay, when we add this suffix IVE to the verb act, what do we get? we get an adjective, isn't it? Adjective, right? Now what we can do is we can take the same example, right? Now we have another word, isn't it? We have a word called active. Okay, now if we add another suffix on this word, okay, ity, okay, ity is a suffix. So if we add this suffix ity, okay, this is a suffix, what do we get? Okay, we get a new word, activity. Activity, see, we replace this E, okay, when we are adding ity, we remove this E, okay, activity. So, what do we get here? Activity, again, this is a noun, okay. See, act, this is a verb, right? On this verb, if we add ive, the suffix, what do we get? We get an adjective, isn't it? Okay. And on this adjective, on this, now this is a new word, isn't it? Active. So on this word, if we add another suffix, ity, what do we get? Activity, which is a noun. In the same way, what we can do is, on this word, active, if we add ly, okay, if we add ly on this word, the adjective that is active, this is the base word here, okay. On active, if we add ly, this is the suffix, ly is the suffix, what do we get? Actively. Actively. He actively participates in group discussion. He actively participates in classroom activities. Okay? So, actively. So, this is, yes, what form of word? This is an adverb, okay. This shows the manner in which the person is performing or doing this verb. You can say the action, right? He participates actively, okay. So, actively is adverb. Now, what do you see? A suffix can change the class of the word or the form of the word from verb to adjective, adjective to adverb, or adjective to noun, or it can even change noun to verb, okay. So, this is how, like in the previous session I told you about how a prefix changes the meaning, right. So, here how a suffix changes the form of the word or the class of the word class, that is a verb is changed into, what do you see here? Adjective. And then what do you find? Adjective changed into adverb. And again, what do you find? Adjective being changed into noun. So, this is how you can say a suffix can convert or change the word form. So, it's very important that you understand, okay, what are those suffixes. Okay. If I see this such suffix ive, that means usually what happens, it changes the word into its adjective form. IVE. Okay, then ly usually like slowly, quickly, okay, abruptly, so actively, these are adverb. Ity usually is noun, okay, right. So, this way what happens is you can kind of get an idea, okay, if I see this suffix ity, oh, it usually changes the word into its noun form, right? Confused? I hope not, right? So, you are very smart. See, just look at this and then you get an idea. Okay, so how many, you can say, suffixes did I use here? Okay, I've used this suffix, right? Another one, ity, again this one, ly. Anything else? Okay, not right. ive, ly, ity. Okay, so there are more than that, right? It's just an example of how a suffix helps in changing the word form. Okay. Okay, look at the slide. So, I see kindness, okay, active. So, by NESS, ness and IVE. So, NESS usually you can say changes a word into its noun form. Whenever you find N-E-S-S, okay, happiness, sadness, okay, so it's all, you can say, noun, okay, keep that in mind, okay. So suffixes change word class or word form, okay, like adjective, noun, verb, adverb, okay. So let's look at some examples, okay. So able, right, able is another suffix, adorable, readable. See, adorable, adore, I adore you, adorable, she's adorable, the baby is adorable. Readable, your handwriting is readable. Legible, right, when you say, see, legible is another word for readable, you can read easily, readable. I-B-L-E, able, terrible, responsible. Can you think of other words? Able, logical, seasonal, you have magical, okay, it's magical, magic, and A-L, magical, logic, logical. See, the meaning changes, okay, the word form changes from logic to logical, season to seasonal. Then you have I-V-E, we just discussed, right, act, active. So here I have used create, creative, right, create is the verb, and when we add I-V-E, it becomes adjective, right, creative, supportive, beautiful, beauty, beautiful, joyful, okay, hopeful. So we can keep on adding ish, selfish, childish, okay. So what do you notice? All these words, see, they are certain, some of the suffixes that I used here. So what did they do? They converted the word into its adjective form. Did you see? Adorable, readable, terrible, responsible, logical, seasonal, magical I just mentioned, I haven't written, right? Magical, all the creative, supportive, beautiful, joyful, selfish, childish, all these are adjective. So you need to remember these suffixes, able, if, full, ish. Okay, so these are all suffixes that convert a word into its adjective form, right? Okay, will you remember this? Able, if, full, ish, right? Okay, next. Then we have dom, right? D-O-M, okay, freedom, boredom, okay. Then we have still more word like stardom, okay, the sports star or the Bollywood stars, the kind of things they enjoy, being a star, that is stardom, okay, freedom, okay, boredom, when you are feeling very bored, right, boredom, ism, Buddhism, racism, okay, so I think you are aware of these words, right, racism, kind of you can say discrimination based on race, okay, so this is very bad, isn't it? So racism, something you should not be a part of in a way, right? See, everybody is same, we all are human, isn't it? So we should not discriminate, you can say, looking at the color or race, caste, so these are all outdated, isn't it? So as a human, we should not be a racist, okay? I hope you are all not. Hood, childhood, adulthood, brotherhood, sisterhood, motherhood, manhood, right? So we have all these hood. So childhood, my childhood days, right, you talk about, okay? So right now you are in your childhood and we are in our adulthood, right? We have reached our adulthood, right, stage. ITY, so I have just in a way written ITY when I use the word active, activity, ITY, activity, right? In the same way we have humanity, clarity. See, if you can just look at the board. Okay, things are clear or not clear, unclear, clear, unclear. So it's very clear. So here this is adjective, right? But when we add ITY, okay. But what you need to remember is when you are using the word clear in its noun form, the spelling is not C-L-E-A, okay. We remove this E, okay, it becomes clarity, This is something I just wanted to tell my students. Okay, clarity, not clarity. Okay, we remove this. Okay, clarity. There are some words we need to remember, like maintain is maintain, maintain. But when we use the noun form maintenance, okay, so we change tai into ten. Okay, tenance, maintenance. So there are certain things you need to remember. So when I came across this word, clarity, I just wanted to tell you about. Okay, clear. And when we use the noun form, we remove this e. Okay, clarity, clarity. Okay, how to get the slide. Meant. Okay, measurement, employment. So measurement you are aware of, isn't it? Ness, greatness, eagerness. I'm eagerly waiting for this. My eagerness to be, okay, to go to home, right? Okay, so eagerness, greatness. So what do you see? Do you see a common thing between or among all these words? What is one thing that is common? Freedom, boredom, Buddhism, racism. Though all the suffixes are different, right? You have dum, ism, hood, iti, meant, ness. But all these suffixes change the word into its, yes, did I hear noun? Very good. So convert word into its noun form. So you see freedom, Buddhism, so these are all noun. Okay. Next, double E, right? Employee, trainee, then ER, employer, trainer, OR, again, actor, counselor, IAN, okay, musician, music, musician, librarian. You have IST, artist, dentist, scientist, isn't it? Okay, so what do you notice here again? See, I have kept similar examples, employee, trainee, employer, trainer, so that you get to know the difference. When there's double E, right, employee is the one who is getting the employment, who is being employed, okay, the worker, right, who is being employed or who, by the employer, the one who is giving the employment, who has employed the person is called employer. Employee, employer. Okay, the one who is receiving the training is called trainee, and the one giving the training is called trainer. Okay, trainer, trainee, employee, employer, okay, mentor, mentee, addresser, addressee. Okay, so these will help you kind of distinguish. Okay, double E and ER. Okay, then you have OR, actor, counselor. So you will often find, see, people spelling double L or single L. So it's only the difference between the British English and American English. Okay, both way it's correct, right? SELLOR or SELOR. So I've used double L here. Okay, counselor. Music, musician, the person who is playing music. Okay, musician. Library, librarian, right? Who looks, okay, you know, you have your school librarian, isn't it? Library, librarian. Art, artist, dentist, scientist. Okay, so all these are, again, what do you find? These are also nouns, isn't it? But rather I should say these are more specifically, or you can say proper, or you can say personal nouns, right? Then you have en as suffix, tighten, shorten, clarify. Okay, earlier I used the word clarity, right? Coming from the word clear, clear, clarity, clarify, and you can have clarification as well. Okay, magnify. You have magnifying glass, isn't it? It kind of magnifies the image, makes it bigger, right? Minimize, memorize. So this kind, like sometimes you find people writing IZE or ISE as well. Again, say British and American. Okay, IZE usually is kind of American. Activate, ATE, nominate, activate. Again, see active. Now, if the adjective were, you can say active is to convert into a verb, we will add ATE. So it becomes activate, nominate, apologize, supervise. Now, apologize can be written as GIZE as well. Okay, SE is the British one, Z is American. So apologize can be written as ZE. But then the second one, the second example I have given, supervise. He is supervising the work. She is supervising the work. Supervisor. Here we cannot change the S into Z. Okay. This is S. Supervise. Okay. So what do you notice here? Tighten, clarify, magnify, minimize. So I guess you already got the answer, right? These are all verbs, right? Convert a word into its verb forms. See, tighten, please tighten this, okay? Shorten this, lengthen, shorten, okay? Frighten, he's frightening me, frighten, okay? Clarify. So all these are verb. Then you have ly, okay, as suffix, nicely. Okay, I just forgot to highlight this, I think. Nicely, quickly. He's nicely written this, right? She quickly did her homework, okay, or assignments, quickly. Now, happily, angrily. Again, ly, but I just highlighted this in different colors so that you get an idea. Okay, if you can look at the board. See, nice plus ly, no problem, right? You can just write nicely, okay? But the second word, happy plus ly, okay? We cannot write like this, okay? This is wrong. What you have to do is, we will replace, okay? We will replace the and y into I, okay, replace the y with I. So this is the correct word, okay, happily. So we cannot write ly, but happily, happily. In the same way, I have given another example, angry plus ly is angrily, okay, not angryly, okay, angrily. So we need to remember, if the last word, okay, ends with this letter y and we want to add this, we need to replace the y with I, okay, happily, angrily. Think of other word where you have this y at the end, and then how can you replace, right? Like satisfactory, you have satisfactory, again ends with y. But then when you want to write satisfactorily, so you have to replace y with I, satisfactorily, R-I-L-Y. Okay? Look at the slide now. Fully, okay? Again, fully is a suffix. Hopefully, skillfully, joyfully, okay? You can keep on adding. Then you have Ali, A-double-L-Y. Magically, logically. So what you need to remember is, when a word ends with IC, okay, IC, then you add this word suffix ALLY, magically, logically, okay. So keep that in mind. But then there is one exception, publicly. See, PUBLIC, what do you find, okay? PUBLIC, public, okay. What I told you earlier, when a word, you can say, ends with the IC, okay. When IC comes at the end and we want to change to adverb, you have to add ALLY. But see, again, what do you find here? Public, PUBLIC. But then we cannot write this, okay. Publicly is wrong, okay. There's an exception. So English language, there's so many, you can say, exceptions you find, okay. So even if it ends in IC, we cannot write Ali, but publicly, okay. You need to remember this, okay. So this is an exception, okay. Look at the slide. So publicly. So though you can say magically, we don't say magically or logically, okay, magically, logically, but publicly is an exception. You need to remember this. And so what do you find here? Happily, angrily, hopefully, skillfully, joyfully. I haven't written though. Magically, logically. All these are, so you can say, examples of adverbs. So the suffixes like ly, fully, early, all these are, you can say, examples of suffixes that convert a word into its adverb forms. Okay. So I think I have given you quite a lot of examples, right, of suffixes. But okay, what you need to remember is these are not the only suffixes. Okay. You have the suffixes that convert a word into its noun form. Okay, so we are over with the slide part, right? PowerPoint presentation, the slides. Okay, so this is, you can say I'm done with the slides. What I want you to notice is, see, I have given you many examples of suffixes that convert a word into its noun form, right? Noun, then you can say a personal, or you can say proper noun. And we have suffixes that convert a word into its adjective form, its verb form, adverb form. So an adverb, so what you see is verb can be converted into noun, a noun can be converted into adjective or adverb. Okay, so this is how you need to keep in mind, okay, there are different suffixes. So you just need to recognize, okay, if I happen to see this suffix attached to the end of a base word, okay, that is an adjective or that is a verb, that is an adverb. Okay, you just keep that in mind. Right, the examples I have given you today in the slides, there are still more, right? I have just given you 2 examples because I wanted you to work on that. Okay, you try to build more, you can say, words, thinking of all the words that you know, okay, with such ending, with such suffix. Think of more words and you will see, oh yeah. So if I happen to see this, this is an adverb, this is an adjective. So do keep that in mind. This is not the only, you can say, suffix. There are still more suffixes that I didn't in a way discuss. I want you to find that out. In prefix also, I remember in Gideon Sargila's, you can say, second session, just prior to my session, he talked about some of the, you can say, words, okay. You can say taking, you can say with reference to specific subjects, okay. So there are so many, you can say, things you need to remember, okay, taking context as a clue of suffixes and prefixes, that will help you decode the meaning of an unfamiliar word. So whenever you see such words, and if you had the idea about the prefix, okay, this prefix means this, wait, this suffix means this, so it becomes very easy in order to get the meaning clear. Rather than having to consult a dictionary each time you happen to see a word that is unfamiliar to you, right? So I really want you to work on this, okay? Prefixes, suffixes, context as a clue, and then your collocation. So we will discuss more tomorrow, okay? And as I promised, I'll keep my lesson very short because this is the last session of the day and you all might be very tired and I think bored too. So with this, I come to the end of my lesson for today. So see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.